Did you spot Catherine the Princess of Wales's new royal accessory that she debuted last night at the state banquet in honour of the French president, who's over on a state visit at the moment? King Charles hosting this amazing state banquet, Catherine glittering once again, of course, wearing her first tiara since December 2023, the first for a year and a half, and she also debuted, as I say, this new royal accessory. And this accessory is actually the Royal Family Order of King Charles III. You can see it in the pictures. It's a badge that's pinned on, and it features a miniature portrait of her father-in-law King Charles with a pale blue ribbon on her sash, and it's just above the late Queen Elizabeth's Royal Family Order. And it's lovely to see Catherine debuting this new royal accessory at this state banquet. Now, Queen Camilla previously wore the King's Royal Family Order at the Japan state visit in June 2024, which was the first time we saw it. She was the first person to wear it, and she wore it again last night for the France state banquet as well. And now we've seen Catherine debuting her one, which is amazing to see. Prince William also looked awesome. There was an amazing picture of them out in the gardens before attending the banquet, and once again was absolutely amazing. Buckingham Palace said in a statement that the tradition of commissioning a family order, a badge worn by female members of the royal family personally bestowed by the sovereign, was established by King George IV over 200 years ago. Family orders have been since instituted by Queen Victoria, King Edward VII, King George V, George VI, and Queen Elizabeth II, with this honour specially created for women in 1821, in part because only men could receive many honours in the past, and so this family order was personally given out by the monarch without consultation with the government, traditionally after a female royal has been acting as a working member of the family for several years. So amazing to see that King Charles has bestowed Catherine the Princess of Wales with her own version of this King Charles Royal Order. She, of course, has been slowly returning to royal duties since her cancer diagnosis and announcing that she was in remission. She also wore what has come to be her go-to tiara, her go-to headpiece, Queen Mary's Lover's Knot tiara, first wearing it in 2015 and has since sported it on numerous occasions, including state banquets and royal weddings, including the royal wedding of the Crown Prince and Princess of Jordan, which was amazing. And at the state banquet, as I say, she paired it with this wonderful red dress designed by Sarah Burton, her royal wedding dress designer, and also accessorised with earrings from the late Queen Elizabeth's collection. Now, I'll quickly go over what happened at this banquet. There was a number of speeches, including by Macron, the French president, and King Charles, and I'll play some clips of those now. Here they are.
I recall with such fond memories our visit to France in 2023, when you so graciously hosted us, Monsieur le Président. Much has happened in the meantime, and France and the United Kingdom have stood ever closer since then. At this crucial point in our shared histories, your visit is another occasion to celebrate our deep and enduring friendship. Indeed, these ties extend beyond friendship into family. The castle in which we meet this evening was begun by my ancestor and your sometime countryman, William, Duke of Normandy, in the year 1070. It remains the oldest and largest occupied castle in the world. So it is perhaps rather appropriate that my son, the Prince of Wales, who shares that earlier William's name, has made Windsor his home with his family, like so many of our predecessors. Cette ère fut aussi le début d'un partage linguistique, même si je ne peux qu'espérer qu'en écoutant mon français, vous ne ressentiez pas la même chose que la princesse Catherine de France pendant son apprentissage de l'anglais dans Henri V de Shakespeare. Ô Seigneur Dieu, a-t-elle dit, c'est assez pour une fois. Louis-Philippe, King of the French, stayed here as a guest of my great great-great-grandmother, Queen Victoria, in 1844. That was the first time in 400 years that a reigning French king had visited England. By any standards, that's a long time to wait for an invitation to dinner. At least fewer than 2 years have passed since we last dined together, Monsieur le Président. Queen Victoria had herself chosen France for her first overseas journey just the year before. These reciprocal visits laid the foundations for the alliance that we enjoy today. Their impact was tangible. Soon after Louis-Philippe had left Windsor, Queen Victoria wrote to him to say how much we wish to see growing stronger and stronger this entente cordiale between our two countries, which exists so happily between us personally. Today, Queen Victoria's wish is a reality. France is one of our strongest allies, as well as a country for which my wife and I have deep affection personally. We marked 120 years of the Entente Cordiale last year with your Garde Républicaine parading alongside the King's Guard at Buckingham Palace, while number 7 company of the Coldstream Guards joined their French comrades on the courtyard of the Élysée. This unprecedented ceremonial moment reflected the depth of our country's modern-day cooperation, our armies quite literally standing shoulder to shoulder.
And I would like to end my toast by raising my glass in honor of Your Majesty, of Her Majesty, Queen Camilla, and your family. I raise it in honor of the United Kingdom, of this entente amicale that unites our two fraternal peoples in an unwavering alliance. Long live the United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland. Long live France. Long live Franco-British friendship.
Some wonderful speeches, as I say. King Charles saying the partnership between the UK and France needed to grow ever closer in the face of profound challenges as he hosted the president there, and they dined with 160 guests there, including Mick Jagger and Elton John, with English sparkling wine on the menu. Macron and his wife Bridget earlier, of course, had been given that ceremonial carriage procession and the 3-day state visit, which is the first by a French president since 2008, and the first by an EU political leader since Brexit. So a very significant moment, and there are going to be some more political agreements going on as well. I covered a few things in my previous video yesterday, so I won't go too much deeper into that, but I wanted to cover this state banquet, Catherine's appearance here, and the speeches, so I thought it was really, really amazing. I always love to see a state banquet absolutely glittering. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below.